Hi everyone, it's Andrea over at Sewspire.com, and today I am here to show you how to sew this fabulous zip top duffel tote bag. This project is going to kick off my travel series. So over the next few weeks we'll be sewing a lot of great projects that'll be perfect for your summer vacations. This particular bag is a great design because it is small enough that you can use it as a carry-on, or if you're traveling in the car, it's small enough that you can keep that in the front seat with you with the things that you'd like to have close at hand. The other real key benefit of this is it folds flat. So if you are going on a trip and are going to be doing some shopping, you can fold this up and put it in your suitcase and then have a really great bag to take out on the town with you. Finish the bag measures approximately 17 inches across the base, 9 inches deep, and about 8 inches tall. It comes together very quick, and it's crafted from a twill fabric. I like to use the Premier Prints brand, which you can find at premierprintsinc.com or on fabric.com. It's a great material to work with, especially for a project like this. So I want to announce last week's Happy Mail winner. Congratulations, Janice Centrito. You are the winner of the little patchwork puppy. I'm going to send you an email. If you'll reply to that, I'll get your puppy out in the mail right away. If you would like to enter to win this week's duffel bag, you can do that over at Sewspire.com. Just click on the Happy Mail tab at the top in the top hand navigation there. So, shall we get started? Okay, so for this project you're going to need to cut out 6 rectangles which measure 10 inches tall by 18 inches long, and you're going to need to cut out 4 squares which are 10 inch by 10 inch, and then you will need 4 rectangles which are 5 inches by 20 inches, and 2 rectangles which are 6 inches by 25 inches, and I will list all of those measurements in the notes so you will find those in one place. To begin, we're going to craft the exterior, so you'll start with 2 of the 10 by 10 pieces and 3 of the 18 by 10 inch pieces. And you're going to take one of the larger rectangles and position the 2 small squares on the left and right hand side, aligning those sides, and you can go ahead and pin those in place. And then you will stitch down the left and the right hand side. For this I'm using 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Then you can remove those pins and you should have a very long rectangle that's like a tri-fold. Set that aside for just a moment, and you're going to take 2 more rectangles and position those right sides facing and stitch down 1 long edge. Okay, then you should have something now that looks like that, and bring back over your tri-fold piece with the 2 sides attached, and here's the larger rectangle right here in the 2 seams. I want you to take the 2 rectangles that you just stitched together and center those on that panel, and you're going to stitch from side to side. Now you should have something that resembles a very large T, and that is comprised of 5 pieces of material. So now you want to attach the sides of the top of that T to the side of the bottom of that T and stitch from end to end. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to align those two 10-inch sides and stitch from end to end. And now you can see that the bag is taking the shape of a duffel. It's a very, let me hold that up here. Boxy rectangle there. So we just have to close up the bottom here. And so align those and stitch seam to seam. Repeat that on the other side there. And now you definitely have something that resembles a duffel bag. And since this is the exterior, you're going to turn that right side out. I have crafted the interior in the exact same way. Same measurements, same sewing, and I have that right here. The interior is going to stay wrong side out, and you'll fold over that top edge 3/4 of an inch. So we have the interior there. This is the exterior, so you'll turn that right side out. And then you'll fit that interior inside of there and begin by aligning those side seams. So my interior is already folded, that edge is already folded inward. Now I want to fold the exterior edge inward the same amount and then align those side seams. So I have a nice finished top edge there. I'm going to work all the way around this, folding and pinning until I have the interior securely attached to the exterior. Alright, and that fits perfectly. We're going to set it aside for a few minutes and begin to craft the zipper casing. So I have one done and it will look like this. It's finished on 3 sides and fully lined, and this is crafted from the 5 by 20 inch rectangles. So you're going to take those and position those right sides together and stitch up the 2 short ends and 1 long end. I've stitched all the way around that. Now you want to turn this right side out. If you need to, you can press that at the iron. This fabric is already pre-pressed, so I should be fine with that. So like I said, I already have crafted one of these. So I have that there. You'll repeat that process. You're going to want to position both of those on your work surface with the finished edge meeting in the center there. And then take your 18-inch zipper and you're going to put that in the center and then just lay this finished part of the panel right on top of that on both sides and go ahead and pin that in place. And you can see that I have the zipper encased on the back side here. You can see the zipper underneath there. You want to test and make sure it's not getting hung up on the fabric. If you need to, you can scoot that out just a little bit because you want the zipper to open freely. And now you just head back over the machine and stitch down both sides of the zipper to securely attach it to these panels. Okay, now the zipper has been securely attached, and that opens beautifully. I want to bring back the bag, and you can see that this is the top, so we're going to fit that raw edge of that zipper gusset on either side in between the interior and the exterior layers and pin that in place. The easiest way to do that is to flatten the bag and then remove those pins in between the two larger seams. Open that up and then tuck that zipper in between. And that's hiding that raw unfinished edge there. You do want to have it centered, so there will be a little bit of overlap, about 1 inch on either side of those seams. And that's perfect. So once you have that aligned, go ahead and pin those ends so it doesn't slip. And then once you have those ends secure, you can open this zipper so that you can reach in there and repin all of the layers. So you'll have your exterior layer, your zipper layer, and your interior layer, and you want to try and have all of those edges aligned. The zipper casing, I call it, this portion should be tucked in there approximately 1 inch, and 1/2 inch is fine. You just really want to make sure that it's even and not wonky across the top there. So this side is secure, and I'm just going to turn it over and remove the pins on the other side, and then tuck the remaining side in between that exterior and interior layers. Begin by securing each end. And then start from the center, repinning everything. And now the zipper has been attached to the bag like that. And these sides are fine being open right now. We will close them at the end, but for now this is great. I just want to go ahead and craft the straps before we sew everything together. So I'm going to set this aside for just a moment. I have one strap pre-made here. These are crafted from the 6 by 25 inch pieces. And what you'll do is press the rectangle in half long ways. Then open that up and bring the raw edges in to meet on that center press line, and then fold that over one more time so you have a nice finished strap. You'll stitch down both ends. We'll bring the bag back over, and you're going to want to position the straps in between the exterior layer and this zipper gusset. And I'm initially going to try positioning that approximately 4 inches in. We may adjust depending upon how that handle drop sits. So I got that. And that's 4 inches from that side seam. And I think that looks really good, so let's go with that. That's going to keep those handles long enough that you can carry it in hand at your side or fit it snugly over the top of your shoulder. So that first handle's in place. We need to come over and get the next handle in place on the other side. really have what looks like a duffel bag. It's absolutely adorable. Now what we want to do is attach all the layers, so your zipper should be fully open. Remove this machine deck there, and then fit this bag right on top of there, starting at the handle. Make sure you have all your layers on, and you're just going to slowly stitch all the way around the bag, reinforcing with the back stitch at each handle strap until you reach completely around the bag and everything is secure, with the exception of the side where the zipper won't be attached to the side. We're going to do that in a second step, but we will be securing everything else now. Okay, I've made it all the way around that top edge. The handles are attached, the interior and the exterior are attached to that top zipper, and the bag is absolutely looking like a duffel bag. So there you have. The only thing that I don't like, especially for travel, is this open end here. So we're going to go ahead and close that up, and you just line those sides up and then stitch all the way across there on both sides. Yay, and we're done. With the exception of trimming up those threads, I have a totally adorable duffel bag, which sadly I don't get to keep, but I am happy that I'm going to give it away to somebody that I'm sure is going to love it and put it to good use. If you would like to enter to win this fabulous travel duffel bag, you can do that over at Sewspire.com. Just click on the Happy Mail tab up in the top hand navigation. Enter your name and email address, and next week when I come back for our next tutorial, I will announce the winner of this. I just want to say congratulations one more time to Janice Centrito, who won the little pup that we made last week. Janice, I'm going to send you an email, and if you just reply to that with your shipping address, I will get your pup in the mail to you right away. I hope the dog is enjoyed, and I'd like to thank all of you for sewing with me today. It was an absolute pleasure to create with you. I hope the project's enjoyed, and you will consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be back next week with another inspired project. Until then, please know the creative genius in me salutes the creative genius in you. Have a beautiful day, everyone.